Hey everybody, I want to let you know about this amazing Humble Bundle here. So in this bundle, you get the Unreal Nature and Fantasy assets. Now, if you watched my video about this bundle here, it's quite a good video, and also this is quite a good bundle here. But this really does pair with this bundle here because it gives you nature assets as well as fantasy assets. So if you've ever wanted to make like an RPG, this is probably good for you. As you can see, there's a lot of extremely high quality content here. So you can see that, for example, this mountain environment, there's a meadow environment, which is, again, arguably close to a mountain as well. And these environments here are good enough because you might not use that environment for a fantasy game. You might use it for something else. You can even use it for a cutscene in perhaps a movie here. But what makes this a really amazing fantasy bundle is all of these here. So as you can see, there's a lot of amazing assets with this here. Now, in this particular asset, you'll have a bunch of different skeleton dragons here, but they're also modular, so you can kind of put them together as well. There's also some dragons here. Now, these are animated, I should mention here, and that is really difficult here. So if you've never done animation within game development before, it's really hard to do it with human animation. But when you get into, for example, animal animation, it gets even harder. But when you get into animation for a creature like a dragon that doesn't exist or a giant scorpion, that becomes quite a bit harder here. And spiders are obviously a lot more harder to do because they have 8 legs. So, as you can see, this definitely has a good fantasy vibe to it as well. There's also more environments here, and there's a lot of neat creatures here. So again, if you're really looking into making any kind of fantasy game, I highly recommend getting this bundle here. And you can also see there's a bunch of lots of assets here, as well as some bipedal assets here. So if you want to make some enemies here, and I should also mention Unreal, it's actually easy to import these and kind of add in your own AI and whatnot here. So if you've ever wanted to make a fantasy game, even if you just want to make a demo, this is really good here. So what you can do is, for example, you can take the graveyard, put a few goblins in there, you can put a hero in there, and you're good to go, right? You can put some of these plant monsters in a meadow. And then there's even a mushroom monster. That's actually really cool. I always think that mushrooms are a great addition to any kind of fantasy world here. And then there's also some materials here. There's some winter ground as well as some ground. And I believe these are mostly materials here. But nevertheless, I think this is a really good asset to get. I'm going to go get this as soon as possible here. But what I'm also going to do is, if you haven't got this bundle here, then I highly recommend that you also get this bundle. Both these two bundles will be well worth your time, all right? So that concludes this video here. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video.